So there's this very common thing where clients will want a video, but they're not sure what style they actually want it in. And I just think there's so many great examples on the internet where you can find video editing inspiration from. So today I'm going to give you some popular video editing styles that I have seen over the past years, and hopefully it gives you some inspiration the next time you want to outsource your video editing. Now, before we get started, if you have a favorite style already, I want you to comment it down below to see if your favorite style makes the list. Or I'm also curious to see what other styles are out there to see what I missed. Now, the first style that I'm going to actually talk about is Ali Abdaal. I'm going to play a snippet of videos, and I'm going to show you some of the different animations and some of the different styles that these videos have. And then I'm going to tell you what I think about it.
I'd love to hear in the comments, what is that one book that you're most excited to read right now? All right, tip number 2 is that it's actually totally okay to quit books while you're in the middle of them. Again, reading has this weird thing. Like, we have this weird mindset around books that if I start a book, I then have to finish the book. And it's probably this thing that we've been told throughout school, that reading feels like work and it feels like a chore. And if you start a book, then you have to finish it. Otherwise, you're like deficient in some way. But the way that I personally find more helpful to think about books is that a book is just another medium of content delivery. Like a YouTube video is a medium of content delivery, as is an email newsletter, as is a blog post, as is a movie. Now, if you're watching this video on YouTube and you stop getting value from it, you wouldn't think twice about just like picking another video.
Now, this is actually one of my favorite styles that I've really been admiring on YouTube, is his videos specifically. I think it's simple, super sleek, but it gives you a new way to view the information. So as you see, it's not just B-roll that pops up, it's him on the side and this frame, and also the B-roll is in the frame. And as you can imagine, this probably keeps his audience on YouTube super engaged. The next video style that I want to talk about is Dan Coe's, and I'm just going to show you a clip of one of his shorts.
People that know your value. There are 2 lessons here. 1 is that you need to become valuable. 2 is that you need to put yourself in front of people. Your life isn't going anywhere because you are not consistently educating, building, and promoting yourself. Luck is a percentage that increases with the number of people that know your value. There are 2 lessons here.
So the audio from these clips are most likely repurposed from his longer form YouTube videos. Now, if you watch his longer form videos, they are actually pretty simple. He might have some text, some very minimal text in the background to like just read what he's saying to keep his audience engaged. If you watch his content, it's like very deep thinking pieces. So he probably doesn't need much editing done to his longer form videos. But I think this is a really cool thing to do to the short video content. And with these short clips that he does and the way that he does it, these may look like very simple videos, but these are very complicated animations that probably take multiple hours to do. So yeah, this is one really good way to just show what you're saying without even showing your face. The next clip that I want to show is from Gary Vee.
They're leader of that. If they want to cook one weekend, let's go. If they want to rock climb, let's go. If they want to pick up a guitar, cool. If they're asking you about the Japanese whiskey you're drinking, not yet, kid, but let me tell you about it. I do think curiosity has a real play in happiness, and I've been thinking about it a lot. If you think about how parents predominantly parent a kid, they try to scare them out of doing things. It's a very don't do that, you're gonna,
you
fear.
Have to stop yourself sometimes.
Right?
I can catch myself.
Yeah, all of us, all of us.
Stop saying stop. Don't do that.
That's right, all of us. And listen, I get it. You love them more than breathing. It's the ultimate love. I do think, though, that parents have to catch themselves because these kids are getting fed fear everywhere.
Attention is the #1 asset.
Now, in this video, I want you to pay special attention to the title and the bar that's moving under it. Now, I remember when I first started creating video content, everybody wanted like a Gary Vee type video. And I think that the title is a really good idea because first, if you're repurposing as much and putting out as much content as Gary Vee, then putting a title just helps to put some context behind what he's actually talking about this time. And the bar underneath shows how much longer the video is actually going to go. So again, that engagement piece and like having people watch longer, as we know, is very important. So, I really love the way that he does his videos. The next creator that I want to talk about on YouTube is Magnates Media. I think that's how you say their name.
Heard of Tencent. Great start.
If you look at the world's most valuable companies, you won't be surprised to find the likes of Apple, Microsoft, and Google. But one name does stand out: Tencent. The company is worth more than the likes of Facebook, MasterCard, and Samsung. And yet, if you ask the majority of people what Tencent does, you'd be met with a confused look. The truth is that Tencent does everything. Because whilst Tencent's mascot is a friendly-looking penguin, a more accurate animal to embody this conglomerate would be a giant octopus, with tentacles reaching into almost every industry you can think of all over the world.
So this channel is, I want to say, a documentary-based channel. So they create different YouTube videos for, letting people know about different things in a really interesting way. Now, this video is actually shown by a certain type of person, and this is a person who doesn't want to show their face, and this is what you would consider a cash cow channel. So basically, the person doesn't show their face, and they make money off of these videos from probably YouTube AdSense. So they outsource the whole process from script writing, video editing, voiceovers, and yeah. Now on to the actual editing part. It's very engaging. Like you can see, there's nobody's face there. So they have to actually explain what's going on through video. So they get different videos from archival footage or, just past videos. And then they also do the crazy animations in the background just to, tell the story and keep the video going. I can say this is some very advanced editing right here. I know that these videos take a lot of effort, and I can't even imagine how many hours they put into it. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting way to go about creating video content. The next person whose video content that I want to go over is Iman Gadzhi.
I distinctly remember being 17 years old, reading this book and doing one of the exercises where you have to design your life in 3 ways. In the first scenario, you're just scraping by and you write down how much money you need in order to make that happen from your passive investments. In the second scenario, you're living comfortable, but not extravagantly. And once again, you need to calculate how much of a nest egg you need in order for that to happen. And in the final scenario, you calculate how much money you need to go all out. And what you'll come to realize is that if you're being honest with yourself, success is a lot closer than you may think. And it's funny.
So yeah, love the lighting of this video. But I feel like with the animations, it's more comparable to like the Magnates Media type animations in their videos. So probably was created in Adobe After Effects, and very high level animations that drive the story along. Now, his type of video editing, I've actually seen like an increase of people asking for his type of videos to be done because of how engaging they are. Now, the last person that I want to go over is Hormozi, and I'm going to just play the video for you.
I copy my stuff, and it pushed me. And I think that if you do have one of those opportunities that comes up in your life when things start working really well, that's when a lot of people ease off the gas. That's when they go easy. When it gets easy is when you go hard, because you don't have that many fat pitches in a lifetime. And you just got to crack the out of it when it comes and expect that you're going to sacrifice some short term for some long term later. Every day I would wake up and think, everyone's trying to take me out. Everyone's trying to copy me.
So yeah, his videos are mostly known for the really engaging captions, with the B-roll. I believe he uses the same font for the majority of his videos, because when I learned how to create the type of videos that he created, I was told to use the specific Maserati font. So yeah, this is one of the easier ones to replicate. And it's also still really engaging. Now, one thing I want you guys to think about is like, first of all, how cool it is for your editor to be recognized. So when other people go to create their video content, they say, I want this person's style editing. I think that is really awesome. And the editors should be really proud of themselves. And I also want you to keep in mind that there is endless ways your video can be edited. Like, you don't have to choose one of these styles. You can make your own style. It's really up to how descriptive you can be and also your video editor's skill level. So my advice, and I actually do this as well, is when you're on social media and you're scrolling like on Instagram or TikTok and you see a really cool video that you like, save the video to a folder. I know Instagram, TikTok, they both have folders that you can save content to. save it to a folder. So when you're ready to come back, when you want to like spruce up your editing style and, you know, when you want to send examples to your video editor, you can have the examples in your folder. Thank you for watching today's video. And also I have a whole series on outsourcing your video content. So if you're interested in that, I will link it above.